However, it can take up to 3 days just because the listing goes on the MLS and then it goes on to Trulia, and then Listings2Leads pulls it from Trulia. So there's a couple different steps there that creates a lag time. So let's say you just made it active and you want to market on Listings2Leads now, you can go ahead and put your listing in there yourself. So I'm on the listings tab here, and if you have active listings that have populated, they would be right here. So if you're not seeing your listing, you can go ahead and add it. So you can go to add listing here, and just this top one, add listing, and that's how you'll manually put in all the listing information and the photos. I'll click on this quick so you can kind of just see what it looks like. It'll just walk you right through what's the status, when was it listed, what's the street address, the public remarks. The next step is to add photos, and it'll just keep prompting you until it's all in there. So I'm going to go back to that main listings. So if you wanted to manually put your listing in yourself, that's how you would do it. Let's say you don't have any listings, you want to market somebody else's. You can go to grab active listing, and I'll just show you what this looks like quick. All you're going to need, first you want to verify that the listing agent is okay with you marketing that, and we do have that shared marketing list on the back office for that. So all you'll need is the zip code and the MLS number, and then you'll hit grab, and it will take a few minutes, but it will then upload that listing in here. And so then you can go ahead and market that. So you don't necessarily have to have your own listings. Is everyone with me so far?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you the basics of marketing a listing. So we're going to use this one as an example. So one thing I want to point out is this tasks button. You're really going to be working with tasks, tools, and editing. So tasks is basically Listings2Leads has given a list of what they suggest you do in every stage of your listing. So on the left-hand side here, they have coming soon marketing, they have just listed marketing, open house marketing, active, all the stages of your listings, all the statuses, if you will. It has suggested things that you should be doing for it. So I'm not going to go through all of these, but you know, there's social media posts for your social media, for your seller's social media, single property websites, virtual tours, e-flyers. I will go over how to create these things, but this is just a suggested list of everything you should be doing in each stage of your listing. So does that make sense to everybody so far?
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing you want to do, okay, you're ready to start marketing your listing, is you go to tools. And so the most common tool that we have here is a listing landing page and a single property website. So I'm going to go ahead and start. You can see right here, it's got the info for the listing here. It's got a picture, and then it has a continue with Facebook. So that's how you would get the person's information and capture it. So, okay, you have this, and now you're like, okay, what do I do with it? So the simplest way is to go ahead and copy this link and then go into your Facebook, and I'll just go into mine here. Like, you're going to post a status, and you're going to go ahead and paste this in. And now when they click on this, they're going to be brought to this listing landing page, which I'll make this bigger for you to see if you just click that I there.
Can you hear me? So that
I can hear you.
After you put in all the information, then you go and copy this link, correct?
Exactly. And like I say, the MLS does, you know, populate the listings into Listings2Leads. So if your listing's already in there, you should have all your listing information, but you could go into the, if you do it manually, like I showed before, yes, you put all your information in and it's going to show up on here. So once you click this ad, this is the landing page that they're going to be brought to. Does that?
I put my information in before when you first said where we were doing it. So when you get here, it's already in there, and then you just copy that link.
Right, right. And so, yep, so your listing was already populated. Let's say maybe there was something you wanted to change, though, for some reason. All you have to do is go to the Edit tab here, and it'll bring you back to that same screen that I had showed you before, and you can edit any of your information. So if you want to make any changes, but anything that you have in here, that is what is going to show up on the tools that you're using here. Does that make sense?
So this Listing to Leads platform, this is on Facebook?
It's not on Facebook. It's its own website. It's its own program, but you can share things to your Facebook from this. It's giving you links to generate.
Okay.
Put those links into your social media. It doesn't have to just be Facebook. You can put them into your Twitter and Instagram and things like that too. So does that make sense?
Yes. Where do I find the Listing to Leads platform? Is that part? Where is that?
Did you get your welcome email yet from Agent Services?
I think I just got it. Yeah.
Perfect. The link will be right in there. If you look that over,
Okay.
the link in your password should be
Okay.
in there. Do they
Got
have
it.
their own password when they get in there, Tab? Do you remember? Or do we assign one?
They're different. I know some people's are their first name and last name initial, and then their first and last name is password, but they're not all the same, so you'd have to check.
It'll be in your
Perfect.
email for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just so
That makes
we're
sense.
answering first, it's a website and we have passwords because of the brokerage and that's how we go in, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. What was your question?
Oh, okay, so if we're gonna put it to Facebook, we're gonna click on the Facebook icon.
But to copy, you have to copy the link first though, right?
Well, okay, hold on. I was getting there. There's a couple ways you can do it. So how I copied the link right here and I put it into my Facebook, that is one way of doing it, and that way you know exactly where you posted it, from your personal page or your business page. But you can also do that share on Facebook as well. So if you click this instead, if you're logged into your Facebook on your computer already, it's going to go ahead and do this for you. But then here, you just need to click and see exactly, you need to choose where you're going to post it from. Are you posting it from your own personal profile? Are you posting it from your business page? So that's why I was saying it's a little easier to just copy that link and paste it where you want. Then you don't have to worry about choosing where. But those are two different ways of doing the same thing. Does that answer your question?
Thank you. Other than being easier, Tabitha, what's the difference on how you do it? What does it give more information? Does it look different? Why?
Nope. There's no difference. It's the same thing. The share tool is just a little bit more convenient if you're already logged in to your profiles, like if you have these logged in on your laptop, because then you can just click on it and it generates it for you instead of having to copy the link and then go to your profile, but it's exactly the same. Yep. And let's say maybe you just wanted to send that link to your seller or to somebody and you're not using social media whatsoever, that's when this would come in handy too. So it doesn't necessarily have to be social media. Does that make sense?
Yep, but if I send it to my seller, they can copy that link into their Facebook if they want, and it happens the same way that it happens for me,
Exactly.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah. They actually have a link designated specifically for sellers. So the content on it is like, look at my house.
Oh,
rather
that's
than
If you look at this tab right here, seller social media,
Oh, and then copy that link? Oh, no.
this is a suggested email to send to your seller.
You can send it out of there, right, Tab?
Yeah, you can put the email right in here and send it out of there.
You can send it right out of Listings to Leads if you do an email. Angie's hair is going back.
I'm like, hey.
All right. Any more questions on the listing landing page there? That makes sense to everybody?
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. I think we're good. Onward.
Are we good? Was there a question?
Oh,
I
we're
think we're
good.
good.
Okay. All right. So the next one here is a single property website for your listing. So again, it's going to have that same information that you have under this edit button for your listing, but there's a different look to it. So I'm going to click on this eye here and make this bigger so you can see what it looks like. Basically, the difference here is a single property website is just that it has more information on the property. It's got more photos. There's other links that you can put on there. They can schedule a showing. you could, if you wanted, you could put a link to your website here, and I can show that after for anyone who's curious. It's a little bit more of an advanced option, but that's what it looks like. And see, this pop-up will come here, and they can continue with Facebook. So that's kind of what that looks like. And again, it works the same way. You can go ahead and copy it and put it into your Facebook, or you can go ahead and click the share tool and share it out. And I'm just using Facebook as an example because it seems to be the most popular, but like I say, it's for any social media that you can, you know, put a link to. So does that make sense to everybody?
That was just under a different tab, Tabitha?
Yeah, so right here where it says choose tool, I just hit, we were on the listing landing page, and then I just switched to single property website. So try and think of these as just like templates for the information you already have. They've built templates for you. And so really the only thing you're controlling is the information that's in there. Does that make sense? Because a lot of people get intimidated when they're like, oh, build landing pages or build a website. I mean, they've already done it for you here. So that's the cool thing about it.
Come on, so this doesn't intimidate anyone?
All right, are we good on that portion then? The social media posts?
Yes.
Okay, so just going down to the single property website that I showed you, all this tab offers is it's a different template basically for them. So this is the default. This is like the one that I showed you. This is unbranded, so it doesn't have your agent information. And this one is completely unbranded where there's no agent information and there's no website links whatsoever. So like I said, it's the same thing as I just showed you with the single property website, but it's just a different look to it. Does that make sense?
She has a new puppy.
Yep, I know. What,
Sorry. I didn't know I was going to be teaching, otherwise I would have put her away.
You should put her on the camera.
Should I grab her? Addie, come here. Addie, come here. I'll grab her.
Why
Here.
would somebody not want their stuff branded?
I'm not sure. I would.
Hi, Addie.
There she is. Oh,
Yeah.
she's so sweet.
All right. I'm going to take your squeak toy.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I surprised Tabitha with this literally as it started. So.
Okay, sorry.
What's been your experiences? Why would people want their marketing basically unbranded?
You know, I'm not really sure. The only example I can think of, and it's kind of a bad one because it doesn't work for it, but like, you know how on the MLS, they want virtual tours that don't have any branding whatsoever?
Oh, okay.
That's all I can think of.
Example, but you can't actually use these on the MLS because it does link out to Listings2Leads.
Yeah,
So-
if it links out anywhere, you can't use it on MLS. You can't use any sort of link. Yeah, if it links out to anything but what they're looking at. Yeah.
Okay.
So like I say, it's kind of a bad example, but it's the same kind of concept if you ever had, you know, a situation that needed just the bare minimum and was not branded to you at all. So, I mean, I don't think they get used that much, but that's the only thing I can think of. All right, so moving on to virtual tour. All right, so all this is, I'm gonna hit this I button and show you. It's exactly what it sounds, virtual tour. So they just take the photos that you have and they make it into a tour here. And it looks almost like the single property website. It's just this part is different. It's, you know, making a tour out of your photos. So, and this works the same exact way. You can go ahead, sorry, I got a lot of links open here.
That's how the customers see, the consumers see it, is that pop-up to opt-in.
Right,
But
right.
it's popping up on you. So if you are previewing something and that pops up, that's just because that's the actual preview of what they'll see is that opt-in button. And there's some settings on the back end to change if that pops up or if it's required, or after a certain amount of time it pops up, I think.
Yep, just a few seconds it does. So again, this works the same way. You can go ahead and copy this link into your Facebook, or you can share it right out, or any of your other social media. And again, they have a branded and an unbranded one. So that's all that is for virtual tour. Any questions on that?
We lost your screen share.
Oh, did we? Okay, hold on.
There we go.
We got it? Okay.
Everything?
We get to see the virtual tour part or no?
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right, are we all good on that then?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so going on to e-flyers here. So what this is it has a template for an e-flyer to your database and to your seller's database or sphere of influence. So all this is a template of an email that you could send, you know, to your database saying, hey, I have this new listing. You know, check it out. And it's, again, it's got the information that you would have under the edit section for your listing. And so this is just an email template. And again, you can send this right to anyone in your database. But it is an e-flyer. So I've had people like try and print these off. They're not going to look right if you print them off because they're specifically for an e-flyer. And then this is the template to send your seller, you know, about the listing. So are there any questions on that so far? These are just templates of an email that you could send out.
Yep, we got one question.
Sure.
In order to make all of this work, do I first need to go into listings to leads and put in all my personal information before I even start working in this? Or is it already in?
So you should have your basic information already put in since we create the account for you. But the way to check if the proper information is in there, I'll just kind of skip over to that real quick. So I clicked on this little icon up here. So when if you want to put your profile picture or make sure your right contact info is in there, you can click on here and go to profile. And then all your information is going to be in here. And like I say, because we set up this account for you because it's through the brokerage, you're going to have this default information on there. But if you want to check or add something or add an image, this is where you would do it. Does that answer your question?
In that contact details section is where you'll have the email address for getting any leads. And we haven't gotten to lead capture yet, but
Yep.
any leads that opt in will go to whatever email you have there. So
In your
that's where you
profile
can,
that now pops here. Okay.
yeah, and you can pick, like she's hovering over some stuff here, you can pick send leads there, send tools for the email there, or send both. And both is usually what's selected for you.
Now, with
Yep.
regard to report a database, Tabitha,
Uh-huh.
how does it link to your database and what data, like what, you know what I mean?
It's not linked to your database. It's just a template for what you could send to your database. Does that make sense?
So I would have to retype that basically
Well,
into.
Here, I'll go back and I'll show you. Like I say there, you can actually input email addresses right here and send from listings to leads. But like I say, it's not like linked with your CRM. You would actually have to put the email addresses in there, or you could copy the code here and put it into your email, like your own personal email. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, so copy the code, copies the email, and then you do it from
Yes.
your CRM.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Any questions on those?
Nope, we're good.
So we'll move on to print flyers here. So basically a lot of people use these for open houses. Otherwise you can use them as just a general property flyer or anything like that. So one thing I want to go back to, like I was saying before, any information that you have in this edit tab is what's going to be put on these flyers. So if you don't have an open house in this edit tab, it's not going to, be on your flyers. So I'm going to show you how to put an open house on your listing. So if you go to edit and you go to open house and one for today as an example, and we'll save it. So I just selected the date, I left the time there. You could change that if you wanted. Wait for that to save. All right, so that's saved. So now we're gonna go back to tools and we're going to go to a print flyer. Now these are many different templates for the flyers, and like I say, all the information is in the edit tab. So all you'll need to do is, you know, look at the templates, pick what you like, and if you hit the print button here, it's going to automatically download a PDF to your computer. You can see in this bottom left-hand corner. So now we'll click on it to see what it looks like. And you can see the open house information is right here. And again, there are many different templates because not everyone likes the way that these look. So you can choose what template works for you, but you can see this is what the flyer would look like. Does that make sense to everybody? And again, they have, sorry, was there a question?
I said we're good.
Oh, okay. And like I said, there's many different templates, so you can look and see which ones. Some make the open house text a little bigger than the one I just showed you, so if you didn't like that. So that's really all it is. It's very easy. Just hit the print button and you're ready to go. And these are formatted for being printed. So, so now when we get to the bottom here, these are more templates for things to do. So what I mean by that, I'm going to skip this open house sign-in form for just 1 second. So blog posts. This one has templates for what you could put on a blog, but you would still need to create your own blog. And you can see that these work for WordPress, Active Rain, Blogger, and Playster, and some other ones. So you would still have to have your own blogging account. I believe it works with Keeping Current Matters too. That's the one we have at the office. So all you would do, it's very similar to the social media post up above, is you would copy the code into your blogging account. Does that make sense to everybody?
I think we're good.
Okay. And so it's the same thing with Craigslist. You still have to have your own Craigslist account. But if you click on this posting app, it's going to give you a template of what you should say in your Craigslist ad and what you should put where. So again, you have to have your own account. It's just giving you an example of what to say. Does that make sense?
Sure, that makes sense.
Okay. And then just jumping back up to the open house sign-in form, this is just a virtual sign-in form that you can send them. And I did follow up with Listings2Leads on this. Basically, they fill it out and then they get just a general email from you thanking them for going to your open house, and then you kind of have their information that way. So,
Sure, download the print version real quick. This is kind of neat. So you could have this at your open houses too. Get some feedback from the buyer, the people that walk in. They can say if they like it. They want to know if there's any changes that happen, price changes, or if there's
So
any
you send this
listings.
to them.
You can just have this printed at your open too for them to fill out, or you can email it to them. More of an interactive form than just sign your name. Yeah.
I lost my screen. All right, there we go. Okay, so those are the basic tools to market your own listings or someone else's listings. So any questions on this section here? Otherwise, I'm going to jump over into the leads section for a second.
But I think we're good.
Okay, so you have all these tools, you've put them on your Facebook, and people have opted into it. They want more information. So then you're like, what happens now? So whenever you get a lead, whenever someone has opted into anything you've put out there, you will get an email that someone has requested that. Also, you can put what's called IVR numbers. So that's like text this number to receive more information. So if someone has done that, that is linked to your cell phone or whatever number you have on your profile that we showed before. So that will come to you as a text message. Otherwise, it's just strictly email. So a lot of times you get these things come in and you can't look at them right away. They get lost in your email, whatever. You can go to this leads tab. If you click on this here, it's going to show every lead that's ever come in on anything you've put out there, any of the links that we just showed. And it's going to show you the location, so which listing, they opted in for information about, so you can keep it and know what they're requesting. And so any information that, you know, they put in would be right here if they put in their email, phone number, whatever it may be. So this is a good way if you feel like you've missed a lead somewhere to look and see. And you can also export these into a nice spreadsheet. So if you do export leads right here, and if you wanted to like upload that to your CRM or something like that, you could do that.
So that's an important, Tabitha, that's a pretty important distinction, right? Because some people think that it automatically APIs to the CRM.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to go in and manually do that.
Right. But you don't have to manually create the spreadsheet or anything. So that's kind of, you can just export it that way.
What do you guys recommend for CRMs?
So I've got you don't even know about this yet. Today, we just struck a deal, it looks like, with Follow Up Boss that will get unlimited users. So I think we're going to convert. We have Sync right now, which is so cumbersome, not user-friendly. Everybody hates it. It's a good CRM if you really want to learn how to use the CRM at a high level, but it's not user-friendly. So Follow Up Boss is much better, and it looks like we'll be onboarding that pretty quickly. So, no, it's with YLocal. YLocal is a marketing arm, and Follow Up Boss would be the CRM arm. So what Tabitha's talking about is you'll be able to get where your leads are in real time, create an export to then API that to funnel that into either Sync or Follow Up Boss, or a different CRM if you want to use a different one. We will have 2 platforms here right now, Sync and Follow Up Boss. We're probably going to dump Sync, go with Follow Up Boss, and our second system will be a tractor that's more like a CRM, like a top producer, warm lead CRM. So these right here, and I think people have called me, I've got no leads are coming in. Well, they're here on the back end of Listings to Leads. They're not in your CRM. That's why you don't know about your leads. So you have to monitor that. I think you are the one we had like 40 leads for, and you never saw that. So they're too old now, though. So you'll never. I'm just kidding. Yes. No, I don't know who's got what in there, but I've had that call before. Tabitha, can I ask you a couple of questions on the actual Facebook ads?
Sure.
Okay. Can you create your audience, or do you just blast that out there for anybody to see? Or are you creating zip code audience, interest audience, layered audience? How are you doing that?
So you can really do anything you want. What I was showing them here is how to post from their own personal profile or your business page, just creating a post. But you can also create an ad, a Facebook ad as well, which, as you know, is like a whole different class. It is, but I want to definitely draw attention to this, because this is where we've got confusion too, because it creates a great ad template you can share on your personal page. But
it shows people who like my page or my friends or whatever, but then I have to blast it and pay for that.
Remember, there's 3 different layers of this. Layer 1 is personal page, where you can put it out there in your personal profile, okay? Then all your friends will see it, but it's restricted then to your friends and who they share it with. Second layer to that is through your business page, where you can boost a post, okay? Third layer to that, and the one I would recommend that you really learn about or talk to somebody that may or may not be present in Duluth. Wonder who that would be. But what you can do is Tabitha can run a actual ad campaign for you. It'll cost a little money to do it, but you can actually now, and actually I think the targeting has actually made things better. They had demographic targeting they took away, but you can target people that have interest in real estate, people that like Zillow or have liked Redfin or Realtor.com, people that are targeting exactly what you're doing inside of a certain area. So Tabitha can run this ad to them. It's similar to what YLocal would do. YLocal's got a much better system to do so than Listings to Leads, but Listings to Leads is something that you already have for free and can integrate right now.
Oh, great. We get to learn something else again?
No, you don't need to. Tabitha will be running all of YLocal. You will not be touching it, my friend, because it's going to blow up if you do it. I know you. So we don't want you crashing the whole system, Angela. So anyway, the concept I want you to think about is, how do you want to use your Listings to Leads? Do you want to do it as a post you create to share? And I love it because you can share it with the seller. Send this to all your friends. They go, oh, cool, I've got this cool ad you made, and I'll share it with my friends. You can do that. But the biggest bang for your buck and the most effective use of your time is to create an ad to people that are looking for real estate in that area. So Tabitha's not talking about that today. That's a whole different subject, but I just want to plant that in your guys' minds of what this actually can do. Did I lose everybody?
video out there of how to create your own Facebook ad. So like Mike said, I can do it for you. But if you feel like you're a little proficient in Facebook and could probably handle it yourself, I do have a video of how to get going on that. So you can just reach out to me and I can send that to you.
And we've shared that video nationally, so Tabitha's a national Facebook star at this point, just so you know. So yeah, we can do that. You can, Tabitha, do you want to share that link again?
Yep, I'll
So they can
share it
take a
out
look at
on
that?
our post page. Yep.
Okay. Tabitha hates when I come here because I just totally take over and go in a different direction than she's ready for, but
It's fine.
it's my ADD. It's what I do.
All right. Was there anything else we should go over here?
One thing I'd like to point out is the IVR function. We do have the IVR. Also, Tabitha, in the ad, can you create in the template or manipulate it that a call action extension's in there?
Yeah, you can put it right on in the text of the ad itself, or you can put it on the landing page. Maybe that's one thing I want to jump back to is you can customize your own landing pages. So yes, you can.
So if you do want to do, which I think everybody should, if you're going to do any lead generation at all, call action is super important. Because what you could do is, I don't want to hear the moaning and groaning like you ate bad cheese last night.
So wait, call action is how I'm able to, is it IVR or IVR?
No, the IVR is different. Call action really is, it's like, imagine Google Voice.
You know what the hell
Yes.
Google Voice is?
Do you know, you don't know what Google Voice is? Okay.
Google Voice is?
No, Angie doesn't. It's okay. So for those of us, she still thinks it's the Industrial Revolution over here, so that's okay. So here's what you can do with call action. In your ad, Tabitha, can you pull up an ad real quick? Just a listing ad.
A Facebook ad?
Yeah, just a listing ad for Facebook.
Sure. Like marketing a listing or something we've done for our clients or what?
Oh, just marketing a listing.
Okay. From listings to leads?
Yep.
Okay.
Just pull one up because I'll show them exactly what you could do with call action. So call action, what it does, it's a phone number. Call it 763-555-5555. That's what your customer sees. It's a shadow number, so it actually goes to your cell phone, and it's through an app that you communicate through the app. What it does, it enters your customer into campaigns, text campaigns. So when they call in as a lead, the new lead campaign will kick in. So it's texting them for follow-up. That way you don't have to.
Where does the shadow number come from?
Call action.
They
Yep.
assign it?
They do.
Okay, so how does that relate to this IVR?
Hold on, I'm getting there.
I'm like,
Okay, so the ad, Tabitha, there we are, right? So there's an open house, right?
Hold on. I'm gonna find one that has an actual IVR number. Give me 1 second.
Okay,
So I sign up with call action and they give me this number and then I can do IVR?
the IVR is separate. Hold on, IVR is separate. Listings to Leads has their own IVR. I'm suggesting something you can do with call action. It's separate.
Okay.
IVR is interactive voice recognition or response. Interactive voice response. That's what IVR is. Call action.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get it set up here correctly.
So,
I'm leaving, I can't take it.
no, you can. I
No,
promise.
it's fine.
So call action is an option, or what I'm going to show you is both. Listings to Leads IVR and call action. I'm going to show you side by side what you could do.
Separate, okay.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll have it in 1 minute.
That's so not what you said a minute ago. You gave me like a minute ago, and now I've got to stall.
Pressure you.
Tabitha, I need to stall.
I messed up. Sorry. Okay.
I'm going to tap dance.
It was like every Tuesday morning for me.
Pretty much. Shit, Joe.
You're so
Follow next week. Give me something to solve it.
Yes, follow a boss. Yes, lovely
You
topic.
really can put something on your phone and say, where are you? And it tells you.
Huh? What's that?
You lost your cell phone.
Yeah, I can go to my Google Voice and call myself.
Yes,
Right.
yes, you can.
Like,
Yep.
I'll be like in my Gmail, and I'll be like, oh, I think my phone is under.
Because you can call through your you can call through your computer.
So I can either log on to my settings, go to my account, find my phone.
Oh, and
or
if
I
you
can just dial my phone number in my little corner, and it'll just ring my phone. I'm like, oh, it's under my Google.
Okay, got it.
wait, there we go. Thank God we can move on. This conversation was about to go south.
Oh, okay.
Then you
Jeff, how you doing?
Okay.
If you have a Gmail, you can have a phone number that calls you
Oh,
through
I
your
use
computer.
Find
Yeah, that works too.
So
Yep.
if I have a Gmail account, I have Google Voice.
Yeah, you might have to like.
You gotta download the app.
You gotta like do the hangout thing.
Yeah, download the app, but you don't need to because you're gonna do call action. Call actions,
I hate
zip it,
technology.
zip it.
OMG.
Okay, so
Telephone. Google Voice is just.
Tabitha, you got that working?
You don't need it.
You don't need a phone.
Yes, so right here, this is an example of one of the landing pages that you can make that has IVR right here. So it's text this number to receive, whatever it may be. This is a property valuation.
This is listings to leads.
This is listings to leads.
Okay.
Yep, that's the IVR through listings to leads. So when the customer sees that, text 895, whatever, or what you can do is call action would say for your property value, text value to, not the number code. So you've got two different options you could do in there if you wanted to. See what I'm saying? You could text 89, then she moved it on me.
Oh, I was gonna show an example of a call action sign.
Yes, please do.
Hold on one sec.
And for me, I don't like to look at all those numbers and try to figure that out. But text value to 763 and a local phone number, I'm probably going to call that before the other one.
So this right here is the call action version of that, where you can put an actual word instead of a number.
Yeah, text price to or text value to.
What did
Yep.
you say? You could put an actual what instead of a
Word.
what?
A word.
Where were you 30 seconds ago?
She was talking to me.
Okay, so in listings to leads,
Yeah.
it said text for home value, text 895 whatever to a different number. There was two numbers. To get your home value, you had to text one number to a four-digit number.
Gotcha.
This just says text value to, and it gives you a 763 number, a local phone number.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, and listings to leads is always going to have those two separate numbers.
Exactly.
Call action.
That's why I'm not in love with their IVR. It's very much, I don't know. This is a local phone number with better interaction.
Okay.
So if we want to do any sort of flyer, we need to contact Tabitha to do a call to action to put on the flyer.
Correct. Yep. So any marketing would go through her. But the call action, I would say if you're going to do any marketing at all, go through call action because they can call that phone number, they can text that phone number, but then what happens, it enters them into campaigns. That way it's doing follow-up campaigns with them automatically. And that's going right. And this is the difference. Here's the difference. Call action, the leads that are coming in are going to go right to your CRM automatically. Where listings to leads, it goes to your back office,
Where you don't.
and then you have to funnel it manually. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is
What happens if you don't have a CRM? Where do they go?
you have a CRM right here. It's free.
What is it?
Commissions Inc.
Sync? Oh,
Yes, you had it. How long have you been here now? Like 2 years.
How the hell does it get there? I don't even know about it.
Yes, you do know about it. You've been to the
That's
Zinc
by
training.
Hennepin County Homes website.
Yes.
So you-
But my point is, it'll call action will route all those leads directly to your Sync account
How does it know where my account?
because we link it.
I have to call action and become a
No.
member or something.
Tabitha, you got to talk to Tabitha. She does that for you.
If it's in our CRM, then because you guys linked it up for us, we have to go in there to check it. It doesn't just call.
But the good news is the notifications will push to you. You'll be able to see it. Yep,
How much is call action?
$100 a month.
Through you guys?
Yep. If you bought it on your own, it'd be $250. So we get you a good discount.
Shit. Ugh.
You know where they are. Bottom drawer of my desk. Okay. Now, this technology stuff overwhelms the crap out of people, and that's okay. That's why we're here to help you through it. You don't have to understand it all. You just have to understand what it does, like the basic 5 talking points, and then where to look for your leads when they come in. That's really about it, and what your lead sees. So there's about 3 pieces to this. All right, Tabs, you ready to move on to something else?
Yeah, so one other thing I wanted to touch on was the custom landing pages. So you can go outside of what the tools that they offer for your listing. So let me just get back to where I was at here. Okay. So we covered the listings tab, we covered the leads tab. So I just wanted to quickly touch on the landing page tab. So this is where they have many different templates depending on what you want to do. So the one I had showed up there earlier to demonstrate the IVR expert is the property valuation. Oh, do you have a question?
Yeah, so Angela, I wonder if you could share your screen. Do you have anything up yet?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it wasn't shared.
There we go. We all love looking at your living room. That's cool, but
What happens is when I go to hit a tab, I think I accidentally do the stop share because it's covering my other tabs. Okay.
You're talking about the tabs at the top now, Tabitha?
Yes. So what we were doing before, we did listings. I showed you where you could find your leads. And now we're in the landing pages. Okay, everyone following? So what this tab offers is basically different templates for landing pages. And when I say landing pages, people always get confused. It's when you post something on your social media and someone clicks on it, whatever they go to next, that is the landing page. So what I was showing you before, that single property website and the listing landing page, you know, they click on that link that you posted in there, and then now they're going to that. So that's a landing page. But let's say you want to go beyond what they've offered for your listings. This is where you would do it. So they've got many different templates, property valuation, nearby sold homes. So you can just go through these and see what might work for you. I know the property valuation one is a popular one. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and add that here. So you would just click property valuation, add landing page. And then you would put in the location. It's going to ask you for a city. And if you want that IVR number on there, all you have to do is click this right here.
So Tabitha, can we pause for 1 sec? I want to explain something you just touched on in a little bit greater detail.
Sure.
So the way it works, guys, is you've got your Facebook ads, you've got your other social media, Instagram, Twitter, not even Twitter, I don't think, but Instagram is a good example. Pay-per-click. Any of the advertising vehicles online or website, even your website. Okay? What happens is when they click on that, it can take them to a specific landing page. That landing page is a single page website, is what it really is, with some information and then usually what we call a call to action. And the call to action is going to say, enter your information here to receive something of value. A home search, a report, something that you want, you need to enter information here to get that piece. When you enter information here, so all these, check this out, you get the ads, you see the ads, you click on them, it takes you to the landing page. Then you go from the landing page to opting in for more information. The minute you opt in for that information, you enter the lead funnel. That's where you enter in a CRM. You became somebody's lead at that point. That's how people end up in your funnel or your buckets, right there. They go through that process. They see the ad, they click, they get to the landing page, and they opt in for some further action. Then they enter in as a lead to you guys. Okay, that's how they get there. What we're talking about with listings to leads is 2 steps of that process. The ad, then the landing page. What we want them to do is opt in for more information, to take that next step, to raise their hand and say, yes, I want to talk further, to show interest, desire, or motivation. When they do that, it enters in with listings to leads to the back office of listings to leads, right? Their name, everything that you want to know about them. Once that happens, then this is where the follow-up starts from you guys. Now you're engaging them.
Checking this back page, like what should be my 10, 15 duty every day.
This is something I would love to talk to the dev team, the development team at Listings to Leads, is why the heck they don't have better notifications saying we have a lead, right? So that is something that, yeah, you're going to want to log in to check that out, because what speed to lead does matter, guys. You should be looking at that constantly, because if you have ads out there, you should be checking. You don't want a lead sitting there for 2 days. By the time you get back to them, you've already shown that you're not responsive. Yeah. You don't want that.
Is this the CRM?
There you go.
That
yep.
is?
Yeah.
So would you advise me to put all of my information from my old CRM into this, or wait until?
I would wait for follow-up, boss, honestly.
Okay. So it says that I have a lead, but I'm not access to it.
Okay. As soon as this is over, we'll jump on that with you.
Well, I've got lots of questions. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. And we do that training about every Wednesday on Sync.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Moving on.
So where are we? We're under property valuation, then you add a landing page, and then what?
Okay, so I'll go back to that. So you pick whatever template you want. Like I said, this one's pretty popular. You go to add landing page. And then you put in the location, so whatever, city you're trying to farm out to or anything like that. And then if you want to have that IVR number, the text this number to this number, you would just check this box and you would hit save. I already made one. It's not going to let me make the same one in the same location. So you would just hit save and it would bring you back to this landing page and it would be right here. So I'm going to show you again what this looks like. It basically creates a page where they can put in their address and then they'll just get a short generic report as to what their home is worth. So if this will load here, you can see that.
So this is what we call a evaluation widget, home valuation
This will lead
widget.
them to a landing page.
This is the landing page that we're looking at. Yep. So remember, Angela, there's the ad. Click on the house to learn more info or to see what your property value is.
We're making a landing page. So
Hold on. Follow me. There's the ad.
Yep.
They click on that, which leads them. Where's it lead them?
To the landing.
To the landing page.
Okay.
So they saw the ad, they clicked on the landing page, that brings them to this pricing tool right here. This is the call to action, guys, right here. Remember, there's the ad, the landing page, call to action that enters them to a lead. The minute they start entering in their property address and info, that's when they start becoming a lead. Make sense? All right.
Okay. So I'm going to jump back here. Are we good?
We're average.
Okay, so I'm going to jump back here. I showed you what the landing page looks like. Now you can edit that a little bit and customize it by clicking this edit button here. You're going to be able to change the background picture. It doesn't have to say Minneapolis home. You can just change it to say home. So here is where you can change the background picture. You can change the style and the colors. You can change the wording that's in there. And you can change the form field. So what this means is you can change what information they have to put in, in order to keep going. You can make them register through Facebook, or you could have them, put in their email address or phone number. So.
Tabitha, have you made, I don't know if you know this, if you've gotten feedback, what do agents say as to don't ask for email and phone number? What are the most successful things that people have put in?
So
Let me take that one, Tabitha.
Sure. Okay.
So it depends on the type of response you're looking for. So if you're looking for simply impressions, you want people to see your ad, you're going to put very little filtration on that. You just want them to see it and you blast it everywhere. Oh, look, I got 20,000 impressions. Now that doesn't necessarily is going to mean you're going to get many leads on.
Me? I've never heard that song in my life.
It's like it's.
I'm not getting a call. I didn't think I was.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so.
That's what Google Voice sounds like.
That is. Speaking of Google Voice. So anyway, if you're looking for impressions, then that's your main thing. That's branding. Just, everybody sees you. The next kind of thing you might be looking for is engagements. People to click on the ad. So you want something that's just going to get clicks. And the reason you want to get clicks is so you can enter them into retargeting campaigns. So they keep seeing your ads all over. They click once and you've got them. They come to the landing page, but you don't really care if they do anything on the landing page. You just want to keep retargeting them with information and properties, okay? The third step of that, to really filter it down, is to get them to opt in, to enter info. But you can really control this and say, look, I only want leads that will answer all these questions. I'm going to layer this. I want your name. I want your phone number. I want your email address. And I want to know how soon you're thinking of buying or selling. You got to enter all that in there. And there's a lot of friction to that. Most people won't do it. But the people that do it, you might end up with one lead out of 1,000 clicks, but that one lead's solid. So it depends on what your strategy is. Are you trying to brand, get impressions? Are you trying to just get people on there to keep retargeting them? Or do you want to filter it down to that one or two solid people? So it's all depends on how you want to structure it.
I can probably have different landing pages for that, right?
You can have different landing pages, as many as you want, but you can only have one per ad.
Landing page maybe just is for branding, another one's engagement, another one.
But it's one per ad.
All those questions. What?
It'd be one per ad. You can only bring them to one at a time.
Wait, so that again, what?
The landing page, you can only have one per ad. Whatever ad you have out there can only have one landing page attached to it. So as soon as they click on that, it's going to bring them to that landing page.
Oh.
So you have to have the same ad run, like just have it different. So if it's a property ad, you'd have to make that different. Is what I'm saying. So you have two ads.
Listing, I use my listing, and if I wanted to ask, so say I want to do a branding engagement and an opt-in, so 3.
Mhm.
I would just, or either I have 3 listings and I do it differently on each one.
You could do maybe a coming soon, and then once it got listed, you did a just listed, and maybe when it sold, just sold, and maybe you had different stages of different landing pages with different strategies attached to it. Tabitha, am I accurate on that? Did I do okay?
Yep, you're right.
Gotcha.
One ad can be attached to only one landing page.
Correct.
But you can do multiple ads at the same time, so.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so any questions on these landing pages here?
Thank you for your patience, Tabitha. I appreciate it.
Oh, I don't get a thank you?
No.
Oh, really?
No problem. These are good questions, so.
Until you need
So
something, then you'd be like, oh, thank you.
So this is the back end of how to edit the landing pages. I'll go back here to this main landing pages tab. Like I said, you can just look through and look at all these templates that they have. You can also make your own. That's these custom landing pages. They have one for buyer and one for seller. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys. Are there any other questions or concerns or anything?
No, I'm a little smarter. I'm happy.
So let me do a quick recap. All right, so listings to leads. Did you show the Craigslist portion?
She talked about it.
I showed the template because you actually have to have your account, you know.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
I'll go to
Okay. That's all we need to do. We don't have to do it now, but I want to do a quick recap. Okay, so remember with Facebook advertising, that's really what we're talking about today. A lot of really is Facebook advertising. So by the way, Tabitha, let's do this in 2 different classes. I would love to do Facebook with landing pages and the stuff we did today. And a second class, like, 2.0 with single property websites, coming soon marketing, and the Craigslist portion. I think it's probably too much to fit into one class.
If I get good at this, you guys are in so much freaking trouble.
If you get good at this, I'm going to check the temperature in hell. Okay, so anyway,
I love your support, Michael.
here's the recap. You walked away for the recap, the part that you need. Okay, 1 second. Anybody got any Jeopardy music? Okay, so here's the recap on it, guys. With our Facebook ads, we can do things a couple different ways. What we want to do is we can either share that on our personal page, so we have shareable content to the people that are friends with us.
Yep.
And that way they can share it, our sellers can share it, okay? We can boost a post, which really just boosts it out there in our business ad manager to get out there to people we don't know. Or we can create a targeted audience. In that targeted audience, that's where we start looking for people with interest in real estate like this. And then we can retarget those people with future contents. We can continue to send that same ad to them. Maybe it's a coming soon, the first ad, then just listed, guess the price for this, just sold. Would you like to know what your property value is worth? So we can keep retargeting those people.
But to do all that, we have to have like that pixel thing set up, and we have to.
That's why we have Tabitha.
We have to have like a different realty group website.
Wait, what now? To target an audience,
No.
I have to have a pixel?
Yeah, because I did all of like the stuff that we're supposed to do, and then
Yep.
I got to the end, and I'm like, oh, now I have a Facebook business page, which kind of links to my Facebook page, but it doesn't show notifications on my main page anymore.
Mhm.
But I didn't set up the pixel because I don't have
You got to have the landing page.
the other. Well, she said you need I have to pay the $35 a month for the upgraded realty group website.
If you want to do that, but you can use a landing page. And that's
you
what we
can
do.
use one of these listings to leads links.
Yeah.
to follow people on Facebook.
Yes.
Yep, I'll actually go back to that real quick. I'll share my screen again. You can put your pixel from your Facebook right on these landing pages. So
But see, the pixel is what you do. Don't think of the word pixel. Think of it as stalker. So you're putting a stalker, you're like a GPS. You are stalking people all over the internet.
Like in a movie where they put the little tracker on your sweater.
Yep.
and you run around.
That'd be easier.
Think like Balzer.
stalking the consumer would be a good class.
Yes, exactly. Yes, consumer stalking. Balzer cannot come to that one at all.
There is this attached on my what?
No, listen. You don't need to know this. Angela.
Targeted.
Angela.
My targeted
Hello,
audience?
Miss Angela. Don't try to do this yourself.
Page was.
No. The landing page is where people opt in. Retargeting means that when they visit it, they can't escape you. You just keep following them.
Here's an example. I was looking at Dodge Rams, and now like everything on Facebook, like there's
It's everywhere.
Dodge Ram ads everywhere, and I'm like
Yep.
looking for things on Google, and Dodge really wants to sell me like a lease truck for $219.
And that's exactly what you can do.
They're stalking me. Dodge is now stalking me.
So, okay, so I create this ad. I tell Tabitha that I want it to be a stalker ad.
Yes.
She attaches this pixel.
Yep.
And that's what.
And then it deploys. Then you're good.
Okay.
Then you just have to check for the leads when they come in.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have to understand how this all works.
No, you're good.
So we're gonna have a stalking class. Just Tabitha probably can't stop.
Tabitha, can you stop
stalking things
Charlie
for like 700?
Oh no, she. You know what? This is what we do. Now, keep in mind, we're also getting better platforms for this. So Listings to Leads will be a great way to get people in the system. But then when we get them in the system, we're going to hit them with YLOPO because it's a better system, and she's going to take care of that for you. So this is my point. This is the stuff you don't need to know. You don't need to know. You need to know. What you need to know is if you engage with the system and you have Tabitha do it, all you need to know is where do the leads come in and what do they see. That's all you need to know.
That's what I did. Is I did one of those landing pages for the "What is your home worth" thing,
Yeah.
and I put it on Nextdoor.
Yep.
I became a Nextdoor sponsor.
Yeah.
And I was like super excited because I had 21 responses the next day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a zillionaire. But like none of them gave me their emails,
Yeah. That's why you got to retarget.
so I don't know how to stalk them. So I'm sending them postcards.
So
So that knocking on the door might be a little too intrusive at this point, but I just
postcard with call action would be a great thing to do, but also the retargeting. And I tell you, I met a guy yesterday in here. He came to our meeting. He's like, oh yeah, I feel like I've known you forever. I've seen you all over Facebook because we retarget him. He sees our stuff everywhere.
I see you everywhere.
I know, you can't escape me. I'm ridiculous. It is. Just,
Can I show you something real quick? I don't know who's talking about the pixels and you don't know how to track when you did your home value page. Can I just show
that would
you?
be Amy. Yep.
So when you go into the back end to edit your landing page, I'll show
You
you.
share your screen, Tabitha.
It says it's shared.
We got Trello.
Trello.
Okay, hold on.
I see myself looking aimlessly at the screen.
Okay, you got it?
Thank you.
I think what's happening is when I try and click different tabs, I hit the stop share when I try and go up here. Okay, anyway. So what you want to do on those landing pages that you make is you go to the edit. And you go to advanced options, and then this is where you put the pixel or the stalker tracker so you can have people see your ads over and over again. You go to custom code and you go to add new code, and this is where you put your Facebook pixel in there. So you've made your ads manager and it gives you all that weird code. You just copy and paste it into here and then click add code. And now when you put that ad out there with this landing page, you're going to be able to track who's clicking on it, and then you can create audiences from who has engaged with those ads.
Yeah, you're a stalker.
So if
But 1 second, Tabitha, we have a question here. So the Facebook pixel, what a pixel is, it means that it's a cookie. It's the same thing as a cookie. So it means that when somebody visits your landing page, they get hit with that cookie, and every single time they go back onto the internet, especially social media, they're going to get hit with ads that you create. And it can be that same ad or different ones that you give to that same audience. Oh, where do you get the pixel? So Tabitha, she was just saying, when you create the ad, there's going to be code, and then you copy and paste it. Yep.
So can you go back one screen, Tabitha? I'm on the custom page on Listing to Leads, so maybe one more.
right here?
That's where I'm at, yeah. Click custom.
I love how Amy was giving you hand gestures that you can not see whatsoever.
I do this no matter what.
But she was like,
I do this when I'm driving. That people next to me think I'm weird. So that's where I'm at on my page. So then where would I put the pixel?
Okay, so you go to advanced options up here, you see? and you go to custom code.
Okay.
And you go to add new widget / code, and you would paste the code from your Facebook pixel in here. And your Facebook pixel, that's when you made your ads manager and it says create a pixel and it gives you code. I mean, that may be something we can go over on a one-on-one basis, but that's where your code comes from. If you got as far as knowing what a pixel is, I'm assuming you have been to that point.
I watched the video and I did all that stuff. So yeah, I got that part.
Mhm.
But I don't know if I got to the creating the pixel. I might have stopped there.
Okay, and yeah, you can always reach out to me if you need some help on it. We can do a quick Zoom meeting or
I just
something.
like the word pixel.
Yeah, me
I
too.
really like the word pixel.
That's why I don't like cookie because I get hungry.
My old email address was Pixeldelic.
Was it?
When I was younger.
So here's my confession. When the word pixel kept on first being used, I kept thinking like pixel from a picture,
That's what
like clarity, like
Yeah,
DPI.
it's super confusing.
So for years, I'm like, what the hell does picture clarity have to do with any of this stuff? So I was that guy. Like that post I put out there on Facebook the other day, stop killing ducks and using duct tape. That was pretty much me with the pixel thing. It was pretty bad.
Okay, so where's the pixel on the Facebook page?
All right, so Tabitha, she wants to know where you actually find the code when you create the ad.
Like on my Facebook ad manager.
Okay, I'll show you here.
Sorry. You got you're captive.
I may not, let me see. I may not be able to show you because I've already had mine created, so it's not going to give me the code anymore, but I can show you generally where to go. So does this look familiar, Business Manager?
I'll wait for your page to load, but
She's probably, what color is yours at the top?
I have the ads manager.
Oh, good, she's got the business one. All right, good.
Okay. So what you want to do when you get in here is click this Business Manager, and then you're going to go to Pixels. And you're going to click on that, and it's going to say create your pixel. It's not going to say it here for mine because I've already created mine.
I think I already created mine. I just didn't know what to do with it. All right. You know how to do it, Jessica? Do you know how to find the pixel?
How to add the
How to
pixel?
find
How to
it?
find
How
it.
to find it?
On my Facebook.
Tabitha's the one who does this.
That's what I'm showing you right now.
My
Yeah.
page looks different than your page, so I can't do what you're doing.
Yeah, hers
But I
is-
don't want to take up the whole
Looking
class
different.
looking for my pixel.
Well, how about we do this? How about you guys talk offline? Because
Yeah,
Tabitha's got
Tabitha-
probably the admin
Yeah.
access.
She can talk to you about it.
Yeah, she'll walk you through it.
Okay, yeah. All right, was there any other Listings to Lead stuff?
I think that's it. Right now, Angela is already drinking because she's overwhelmed.
No, I'm very, this football, it's happy
So
hour.
here's what I'd like all you guys to do, because seriously, we've got 4 people here. How many at home?
1.
So 5 people out of 280 that are actually learning this stuff. Do me a favor and get on the Realty Group site and talk about this class, because I would love to see people actually learn how to generate leads. I know it's weird.
I know
We're in real
it's
estate.
better than them.
I think that I would like to do this over, but I would like to set up my Listing to Leads. I just logged in today, so then
Yeah.
I can follow when she's going through it.
Absolutely.
Because I'm still at the homepage.
But the fact that you're in here learning this is awesome. We've got people that have never been in here. So if you could get on there and say, hey, it was a great class. You guys should come. When I say it, nobody listens. Imagine that. But I would love to hear you guys out there talking about it.
Let's go for the rest of the day happy hour.
Okay, I'm in.
I thought you were gonna say no. Thank you, Tabitha.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Dad.
Thanks, Tabs.
So can we do like a Zoom meeting with her then and her Facebook so I can show her where her pixel is, or how do we want to do that?
Yeah, so if you want, Tabitha, and then Jessica, I don't know. No,
I was just gonna